Sounding a little muffled, Jeff.
Mumble, mumble, mumble. There you go. There you go.
Mumbler.
Yeah. Hey guys, what's up? What's going on out there this morning? Hey, Friday morning here. Maybe if you're in Australia, yeah, I guess it's still Friday there.
Is
That'd
it?
be right. Yeah, could be a little bit
I
later
don't
in the
know.
morning.
It's
Yeah.
like almost a day. Almost.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, hope you're having a great start to your day so far. Brent Abel here, WebTennis.com. Another episode of What's the Right Shot, episode number 379, closing in on 400, like a freight train going downhill. It's unstoppable.
Ooh.
Boom. Jeffrey, what's going on up there in Napa, California?
Soggy. Oh, what a
Soggy.
surprise. Soggy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there'll be no tennis today or tomorrow, really. It looks like it's, so I got time, Brenny. What do you want to do? You want to
You wanna
chat
go,
all day
like-
on Zoom?
Should we just do a half day session here?
Right.
Just more as sort of a mental, session for
Yeah.
Jeffrey.
Holy
Yeah, no, that
moly.
sucks. I mean, I just, we moved out of Northern California
Yeah.
permanently, 3 years ago. Never looked back. I mean, born and raised in Berkeley, love Northern California. A couple of my kids still live up there. And the Berkeley Tennis Club, no matter what, I will never, ever drop that membership.
No.
Just because, man, that place has given me so much. I mean, it's like, I remember when I was at the Cal Club, when I was teaching at the California Tennis Club in San Francisco back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and they had this deal there that a lot of members thought was the greatest deal of all time. Like if you were a member for 50 years, now you got your dues for free.
Wow.
And I thought, well, wait a minute. I mean, I've been a member of Berkeley my whole life, so I feel like we should pay double after 50 years. I mean, if you've been there that long, how much has that club given you?
Right.
How much has that done for your life? I just said, maybe you ought to be charging me double rather than going free.
Right.
Some of those members didn't really like that message from me.
No.
But I thought that was, anyway. A lowly pawn used some of your tactics last night in doubles and won all 4 sets I played. Okay. All right. Well, now we're talking a lowly pawn. I mean, and that's just, to me, Jeff, that moniker right there just is all about journeyman tennis right there. A lowly pawn.
Absolutely.
You know what? I'm going to do this under the radar. I don't need to be on ESPN top 10 shots of the day. I'm happy to play journeyman, winning all 4 sets I played.
That's
beautiful.
Sometimes I'll frame it and say, can you just do the journeyman thing? Can we just come in? Can we just make every first volley, send it back to the guy that hit it to you, and then see what happens, right?
Yeah.
And I go, it's you could coin it as boring tennis, but on the flip side, winning is never boring.
It's kind of exciting. Yeah. Excuse me. I need to go off camera for a second and take a little shot of my my water here.
Here we go. We'll just wait here, Brenny.
I'm back. All right, guys. Let's get started. I don't know what's going on. I just shaved. Maybe that's where the phlegm came from.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a high polish sheen.
Wait a minute. Dang it. Where did I go? Here we go. So guys, look, episode number 375. You can play a passing shot with an underspin. Underspin backhand. What? How is that possible? Are you
Not
saying,
possible,
Jeff, that you have to always play a topper? I'm going to dispel that myth. I don't think it's a total myth. I mean, and there are times when we want to play the topspin passing shot, certain times, but for the most part, you can do this all day long. Got to have the right mindset for it with an underspin backhand pass. Always got to be a 2-shot mindset. Always.
Yep.
Even if the guy's fallen down over there, I feel like it could be so distracting with a lower 40 wide open that you could easily miss it. So the guy's fallen down. You still got to concentrate through that shot. All right. You can call it a passing shot. I guess it's not really a pass. But anyway, what I'm trying to get to is today. I've got an email going out around, let's call it 11 a.m. Pacific time zone. I've got a new program. It's going to teach you the 3 swing tech parts of this shot right here that I'm going to show you how to make it a habit. And so that the habit turns into almost a thoughtless type of swing tech. When you're back here in the baseline, either going up the line or cross court with an underspin passing shot. God, passing shot's the wrong term, Jeff. Why do they?
What kind of wizardry are you talking about?
There it is. Anyway, I got an offer, got a special price. It's only good for WebTennis email subscribers. If you're watching this and you're not on my email list right now, stop everything you're doing in your life. Go on over to webtennis.com, drop in a first name, email address, and you'll get on my email list where you can get this price. Price is a little hair over 75% off until this Monday night, Jeff, at 11 p.m. Pacific time zone. So do that. But what I want to try to get inside your head here, guys, is that I'm going to show you both an up the line pass, ho hum, no big deal. I'm also going to show you a cross court underspin pass, ho hum, up the line. This is, ho hum, I guess, lands right inside the corner. Still, even if the guy gets to it, I feel like we're in pretty darn good shape. This one here kind of works into the fitness need, right there. But there you go. That's not really a ho hummer. And then this one here is, again, an underspin around the corner into the open court that is doable. In fact, so much easier than trying to top it when you're pulled a little bit far wide. So your thoughts, young Jeffrey?
Personally, I think that the critical part about hitting a pass is taking the opponent out of the equation, right? So it just becomes a ball that you're trying to hit to a target. And I know the less I am concerned with whether he touches the ball or not, the way more effective, way more accurate, way more freely I'm swinging the racket. And so I
would say the way more time you take to execute the shot.
Yeah.
You don't feel rushed.
And you hit with the expectation of hitting another ball. So your mind, your intensity, your focus is still engaged in the point. You've made contact, you're recovering, you're looking, and oh, look at that, it went past him. Or oh, look at that, it chipped, it tipped off his racket. Or, oh, look at that, he chunked it up and now I just bunted into the open court, whatever it might be. But the less concerned I am about my opponent, again, just speaking for myself here, the way more accurate and more consistent I tend to hit passing shots. It just comes with the territory, because I'm no longer, when your focus becomes the opponent, and then passing shot implies they're not touching it, right?
Exactly.
And so what happens is when the opponent becomes the object of which I'm just trying to make the ball go past, I no longer have a target that I'm actually trying to hit the ball to. And so that all of a sudden you've hit the ball past him, but it's 2 inches wide. Guess what? In that mental state, you were completely successful. You passed him. But because you weren't actually trying to hit to a target, because he was the concern, not just execution, it gets really messy really fast.
Yeah, well, I think it's a recipe for peaking, P-E-E-K, just before you make contact, because now you're concerned about where that opponent is over there. Are they guessing where you're going? Are they guessing that you're going cross court? Are they guessing you're going up the line? And you start looking for it, trying to get prematurely ready for potentially what might come back. And now your swing path gets a little bit altered, a little bit thrown out of alignment.
Get a little grippy, maybe.
What's that?
You get a little grippy, because you start trying to micromanage. You start trying to micromanage the ball.
That's right. Yeah, I remember decades ago, someone asked Chrissy Evert, and she'd played a match, and it must have been Bud Collins post-match interview, and he just said, "Chrissy, geez, you had so many passing shots today. What do you?" And she kind of corrected him and says, "Well, I don't really think of it like that. I just think of it as target practice." And And he said, well, you mean, and she said, yeah, it's just a stationary target. And I just went, whoa, okay.
Right?
That's kind of a different way of thinking about it. That
Seems to be effective.
it seems to work for her. Maybe I ought to try that. So no, that's a great point. So look, guys, I hope this has been helpful. And yeah, look in your email today. I think it's going out scheduled for about 11 a.m. Pacific time zone this morning, 2 p.m. in the afternoon, Eastern Seaboard. I got an email there for you with a link that will take you over to this new program. Again, because you're on the email list, I've got a great price for you, a little bit over 75% off until this coming Monday night, March 4th, 11:01 p.m. on the Pacific.
01.
Yes, Pacific time zone.
Don't be late.
No. Yeah, the lowly pawn again. The lowly pawn is active this morning. You know, that's getting a little bit past lowly. When you're this active, you're becoming, I would say, the active pawn.
Yeah.
You know, the interested pawn, the taking action pawn. I'm a 4-0, but having slice as a weapon will help me get to 4-5. Looking forward to the email. Yeah. There's no question that I just think there's so much chatter. There's so much hypey. There's so much stuff about you got to have a topspin backhand, not only for a rally ball. Whew, let's burn a lot of energy, extra unnecessary energy on that one, Jeff. But you got to be able to topspin because then you can pass them. Then they'll never be able to touch it.
Never.
Wrong.
Never.
Wrong.
Well, what happened to the word never?
That's right. You'll never be able to.
Here's the other thing with the slice, right? Being able to develop a journeyman slice backhand is when you're attacked, it allows you to absorb the attack, send it back with a little more hang time on the ball. You get to disrupt their attacking flow. I find that, as my fitness really, got up there, that they would attack, guys attack, and my ability to hang and just send the ball deep back into their backhand corner with a little bit of hang time just totally reset the point. I'm willing to do that 2, 3, 4 times in the point.
Yeah.
So it gives you that opportunity because, again, I'm not burning that fuel, and I'm seeing it kind of going, I don't need to stick my chest out here and challenge this guy. He hit a good ball, no, it's like you hit a good ball. Okay, tell you what, I'm not going to play that game right now. You go ahead and reset the point. Let's go. And so it changes the way you kind of view your how needy you might feel to get out of the point. It changes.
Well, it certainly challenges their shot tolerance.
Right. And that's where I think, the slice becomes such an important and required tool in the toolbox, because you can, it can get you out of a lot of situations.
Yeah, but I think
neutralize what's going on.
Yeah, I think too often, the big problem most players have with an underspin backhand is it just sits up too much, and it sits up short. And most of that is because I believe there's too much spin being applied.
Yeah.
There's too much of it's just too much of a high to low hack on the ball. And it kind of makes sense. I mean, if you're thinking about the opposite of topspin, topspin is being taught as, it's a heavy, severe, low to high swing path. And how often do those land short if they get over the net? A lot. And so the opposite would be, okay, well, then an underspin must be heavy, high to low.
Yeah.
And the problem is you and I have talked about, it's okay if it sits deep.
Yes.
But if it sits short or mid court, that's not a great situation. So you really want to learn, well, what is the right swing path? If it's not severely high to low, what is it? And once you feel that, man, that thing feels so good, because the ball stays on your racket longer, and it's got less spin. It's still got underspin, but it's got less, and it does some nasty stuff through the bounce
Yeah.
over there. That
Yeah, the backhand drive is such a, I mean, that slice backhand drive is such a great, like, man, you just feels like the ball's still on your strings and it's crossing the net right now. You know, you still feel the ball. It's a great sensation.
Yeah. So this whole week we've gone through different situations of the underspin. We started off first, I think it was on Monday, Jeff. We started off with, rather than a pass, rather than going up the line or going cross court, why can't you just play it underneath the guy? We know he's going to touch it, but we don't care about that. Why not just play it underneath? Tuesday, we went to, well, let's go with a couple of, let's train them to think that after two, deep underspin drives, another one's coming in, whoop-de-doo, there goes the dropper.
Damn it.
Yeah. And I can't remember what Wednesday was, but look, it's the same deal in the return to serve. I mean, why have to work so hard on a return to serve backhand that you feel like you got to top it just because?
Right.
I mean, I don't get
I'd
it.
say when I'm hitting my return, like, a week, 2 weeks ago down at the Wilson, all week I just made a point of not coming over necessarily, because I've never actually really done that in my career, but I square the racket really well, right? And so I drive the ball. My return to serve, when I'm pounding on it, is pretty flat with a slow roll to it. All right, I gotta put the little guy out here. He's getting a little rambunctious. Hold on.
Okay, that's all right. That's okay.
Come on.
Well, guys, look, hope this has been helpful today. Any comments, any questions, let me know down below. And look, for sure, if you want to keep the convo private, you can always shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. Happy to get in the conversation with you that way as well. Look, guys, today, if you like what we're doing here, webtennis.com with What's the Right Shot, just like the video. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're always alerted every time I go live and or upload new pre-recorded content. Jeffrey, good stuff today, man. Guys, just a quick reminder, look in your email around 11 a.m. Pacific time zone, 2 p.m. Eastern, for a link that will take you to this new program. I want to show you what are the 3 simple swing tech parts, and then I want to show you a way that you can make them a habit so that it really becomes kind of a thoughtless, confident execution of this shot. I want you to be able to drive it deep with a safety margin over the top of the net, get a nice low skid over there. I want you to be able to disguise it so that you can play a drop shot off of that disguise, return to serve, approach shot. And who was it? Susan would the other day say, well, what about the lob? Of course, you don't need to hit a fancy topspin lob to be effective. No.
I hit the sky lob all week at the Wilson.
Absolutely.
And tremendously effective.
Yeah.
They were like, their life was flashing before their eyes while they were waiting for that ball to re-enter the atmosphere. It was burning up on re-entry.
It's a couple little flames coming off the ball as it's coming back down. Yeah, good. So guys, again, make sure that you're on my email list. If you're not, go over to webtennis.com. Drop in a first name and an email address, and you'll get access to a free course I've got for you over there, the Between Points Routine, 4 parts Between Points Routine. It really based on the 80-20 reality. 80% of the time when we're playing a match is spent between points or on side changes. When you nail that 80%, the other 20% when you play just tends to be consistently a whole lot better. But you'll get access to the email that's coming out today for the link to this brand new program. Jeff, thanks for hanging out with me and us today. Guys, time for us all to get out there, help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, see you again next time.